Hey everyone, today's video is going to be talking about my GCSE options, and some of you might be thinking like, oh, this video is going to be boring, but I've had a lot of requests about doing this video just to say what options I took and what I think of them, and I think what you have to do in them so far. So yeah. So if you aren't from the UK, GCSEs are basically a set of exams that you take at the end of high school, and I'm actually at the end of high school now. I'm on my final year and my GCSEs are like 3 months. So basically I'm just going to be telling you the options I took, what I think of them so far and everything else. So obviously I had to take the core subjects, which were English, Maths and Science. English, you get 2 GCSEs out of it. You have English language and you also have English literature. Literature is obviously based around like books and analysing the writer's things, and whereas language is more like to do with articles and analysing the type of language they talk. I don't know how to explain it. I do like English a lot because I'm interested in like going into the media business when I'm older, if you didn't know, and it'll just be very helpful. Plus it's very, the answers that you have to give aren't like specifically set like in maths, that there's always one way to get an answer, but with English there's like different routes to get there, so I like it quite a lot. Now maths, I'm okay at maths, but I think it's okay. It's just a lot of revision to do and there's a lot of subjects to cover. There's not much else to say about maths. Science now, I'm going to get 2 GCSEs out of it, however there is an option to get 3. There is core science, there's also additional science, and there's, I don't know what the last one's called. There's triple science, there's double science, or there's BTEC science, but I'm taking double science because you get 2 GCSEs, so you get core science, which is biology, chemistry and physics up to 1, 2, 3, and additional is the same thing but from 4 to 6. I do like core a lot more because it's a lot more straightforward, but additional is it's a little bit more complex and there's a lot more to remember. I think science is okay. Again, it's just not really like my favourite subject. Some parts of it, like I find biology quite interesting, but the rest I'm not that good at, but I do still try and get good grades. Now there's 2 subjects that we had to take. We had an option between, but we had to take that sort of thing. We had to take a language and we also had to take humanity, and if you don't know what a humanity is, it's either geography or history. I picked geography out of the 2, and out of the languages, which were out of French and German, I picked German. With German, do I like it? Yes and no. Really don't like the exams of German just because they're so complex and the questions they ask you seem so straightforward and you feel like you've instantly got the question right. Because there's 2 sections to it. There's listening and there's also reading. So reading, you'd obviously have to read a piece of writing from German and pick out the answers that you need to answer. And listening is where there's a tape in the exam hall with you and you have to listen to the words that they're saying and you have to take it out of what they're saying, and it's really I obviously prefer the controlled assessments because you can revise a lot more and know what you're going to revise for, whereas with the exams they're very like, with me they're sort of winging it, because I can revise all I like but I feel like it never ever helps so far, and I've done like 2 mock exams on each, the listening and reading so far. So now geography, the humanity I picked, I kind of like it. At the start of the year, I'm not even kidding, I got like Fs on the first exam we took in geography, which was literally about a week into year 10. The reason for that was because it's so different to like KS3 level, because in KS3 you have to, it's just such straightforward answers, like questions like what is a volcano, what is a earthquake, whereas in GCSE level they're literally saying to you, describe the responses of an earthquake, describe a case study that happened in Japan 2 years ago. Like the questions are very like long-winded and there's a lot of long answers, so it's kind of a very essay-based subject, you could call it. The mock exams have gone okay so far with geography. I think I'm on the right track with it, but again, not my favourite subject, but I don't hate it. Now additionally to those subjects, we had to take 2 subjects of our own to pick that could be out of any subjects otherwise. You could also take another humanity or another language or anything out of the blue. I decided to pick 2 creative subjects just because the rest of them were pretty academic. I picked photography and I also picked drama. Starting off with photography, that is my favourite subject if you didn't know. I really like it just because it's very creative, and I'm quite a creative person as it is, and I find cameras really interesting. I just find taking a picture quite, like, I find it kind of exciting, like the thought of maybe going out and thinking, oh, I can take such a good picture. That just sort of rolls with me quite well. There's two units to it. I finished Unit 1 and I'm on to Unit 2 now. Unit 1 is 60% of the GCSE grade and Unit 2 is like 40%. Or is there, yeah, there's 40% left. There is a theme that you have to do. The theme I'm doing right now is hair, so I'd have to do some initial ideas on hair, so take some close-up pictures, some faraway pictures, some sort of shutter speed images, rule of thirds, so on. Then I'd have to pick an artist that bases their work around hair. Then I would respond to the work that they've done and create my own sort of similar pieces, however respond in my own different way. I do that a couple of times and then I develop that work into my own and sort of continue to progress on that, if that makes sense. Then finally you have to create a final piece, which means that you have to do, like, generally, like, to word it, it's just a piece of work that is showing your development, your initial ideas, your everything, all in just one piece. I do my final piece for Unit 1 right now, and for an example, it's going to be like 4 frames that are quite big, and they're going to be all these 3D effects on it, because the last project was on portraits, so I'm going to basically do 4 frames of portraits, but I'm going to change them in different ways. Basically photography summed up, but I really enjoy it because it's so creative. But I wouldn't recommend taking it if you're not too keen on a lot of work, because there is a lot of work to put into it. The last subject, drama, love-hate relationship with it, to be honest. I like it just because the aspect that you can, I like acting quite a lot, and I like presenting things, and I like just like what I'm doing right now. I just love it. I think it's fun in that aspect that you can just create different pieces of drama that you can show people and be proud of and stuff like that. The part I don't like about it is just, I don't know how to explain it. How can I'm trying to think of a way to explain this, like, without sounding kind of rude. Personally for me, I think with a lot of other people they might enjoy it a little bit more, but personally, okay, in my school we've had quite a few drama teachers throughout the 2 years. I think about, not that many, three teachers, I think. The teacher we have now, we're having her to the rest of the year, but the problem we have is that there isn't that good of a relationship between all of the students in my class and her, and I don't feel like it's working very well for us, just because we are the ones doing our GCSEs, and I don't feel like that's working very well. Also, another thing, I don't like the coursework because it's so long-winded, and that's all of the subjects. Hopefully I didn't go on for too long, and hopefully with the drama thing you kind of understood what I'm trying to hint towards. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know if you want any more videos like this, and comment down below any other suggestions for videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!